menu got stew and ale? Got bits, but not for him. Oh, goody. Adventurers.
Well, let's have everyone roll a d20 to get started as we find out what happened last time. The question of today is what animal best represents your character? But last time on Regaining Lost Power, we what was happening? You were fleeing from the scene where the bounty hunters were ambushed you and were defeated, and decided to hoof it back to the inn where Katla and Brasz were staying. You were being trailed by a small floating individual who had saved you, or at least majorly helped you in the fight that you defended yourself against the bounty hunters. And you managed to find rooms and settle in for the evening. And you finally spoke to this ferryman and discovered that there are things that are going on throughout this that kind of connect you all. It seems like you all are looking for these artifacts that originally the few were out to get, but it's possible you have your own reasons. And you decided to travel together to increase the odds that you will gather these artifacts. And so you decided to rest for the evening and get some money from Waterdeep, from your account in Waterdeep. So after a rest, you decided to head to the major portal that teleports or connects all of the major cities and provides a fast travel way to get around. You took the portal from Silverymoon to Waterdeep, but you were stalled slightly by a crime where an elderly man was handcuffed and thrown into the street by a group of paladins of Bahamut, the dragon god of justice. They exclaimed that he had murdered an individual and was claiming guilt for it. He admitted to doing it. And after dragging him away, you found his godson, who was a half-elf, and interrogated him a bit and found out that it is possible that the elderly man did not do the crime, but is taking the blame for it. And so you told the boy that you talked to his parents in Waterdeep and discuss the future plans of taking care of him, since the godfather is now in prison for the rest of his elderly life. And so you left there, hoping that the boy could take care of himself for a little bit longer. And just when you were about to get to the portal area, you saw a disheveled, elderly, worn-down woman, or elven woman, who seemed like she may have been out of it or homeless or something. But there was a raven that showed up and began picking at her face, and it was a bit grotesque. When you went to investigate, the raven flew away, and the woman got up as if completely unharmed, and she started ranting and raving about you attempting to steal her things that she didn't seem to have a lot of ownership over. And taking that as an ill omen, you continued your journey to Waterdeep. There, you managed to portal in and found that the teleportation room was well guarded, with many of the guards of Waterdeep attempting to keep that area safe because of something that had happened in another town. There, you talk to Captain Zoda, and he agreed to meet up with Guryev at the end of his shift that day. And you set off into Waterdeep. So, starting with Brasz, what animal best represents your character?
A raccoon. Definitely a raccoon. Just a little sneaky thing. Dumpster panda.
I was gonna say trash panda.
Tremen.
Yeah, I think Tremen's like a street mutt. You know, fairy, but not really. Probably oscillating between defensive and overzealously craving attention. Always on his own little independent adventure. Secretly hoping a rich family will take him in. You know, all the normal things.
If there's any rich families in the area, please contact. Katla.
Some sort of nanny dog, like a nanny breed. She's really sweet, gentle, and affectionate, but down to fight literally any moment. And oh gosh, there was more to it and I forgot it. Something about like how you can like leave your kids with her, but like if you are mean to those kids at all, like she'll snap at you, seemingly apropos of nothing.
And Delta.
Delta is an otter. Because they are intelligent, but also playful, and they like to be in the water.
And Delta, would you say that Lena is kind of like a rhinoceros? Just sort of gentle, caring, but if you got in her way, she'd just mow you down?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty close.
Okay. I don't have... I asked, Khalas what animal, what would represent her, but I haven't gotten back to that yet. So, you are in Waterdeep. This is a coastal town, fairly, actually, very large. One of the larger ones in Faerun. It is quite possibly now the largest one, since another town has had some misfortune fallen upon it. It is possible that only the people who know about that year is Delta, with Guryev and Khalas currently absent. But You have quite a bit of history with Waterdeep. Well, at least a few. They have spent a little bit of time here while they were in between collecting artifacts, doing a little bit of side quests or chores or fun experimentations. And I want to know what would you like to do in Waterdeep first? You have most of a day. I'd say it's like late morning at this point, because you headed out early morning and then had a few encounters on your way here. So is there someone who'd like to speak up to say what they would like to do?
I think we need to roll for emotional damage.
Did I say something to hurt somebody?
That we had a
Why?
few encounters here.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Also, Taylor says he'll be on shortly.
Okay, well, he better have his animal prepped and ready when he gets on. Gotta know what Guryev is.
I think Katla is interested in maybe like either like making some money or just like getting. Actually, no, I take that back. She does want to make money, but she's not so worried about it right now.
Well, you did say you were interested in some like fighting groups.
Mm-hmm. That's what the rest of that sentence said. Okay. I can't read my own handwriting from last session, so I'm like...
There are a number of downtime activities that are written with rules and ideas in the book, but there you can obviously come up with your own. There are things like carousing, religious services, gambling, fighting, investing, buying and selling of items. Crafting, studying, learning new things like new language or a new profession, getting proficiencies in skills and tools.
I think Brass would like to know what kind of like shops are around. Are kind of mainly shops that sell like gears and stuff. Yes, I'm working on your bottle here. Here you go. Sorry, I have a screaming baby.
I just would like to remind everyone that Shalina does not want children ever. So this is a lot for her right now. Katla kind of goes where Brasz goes. She's willing to follow along like a little duckling, but would be open to maybe joining a fight club or something just to keep herself in shape if possible. If she happens across something like that. But...
Also, if there's a library around, Brass would probably like to go look at that.
Tremen barely knows why he's here and doesn't really care. He just wants to be part of the group.
How much did the official few share regarding that half-elf boy and like everything in their perception that potentially he would be put to death rather than jail for life and all that jazz? Or
Can
is
you
it
repeat
just-
the first part of that question?
Yeah, how much did like the official few share with the rest of us who were not inside that house that had lingered?
I think they said that they were going to talk to some people in Waterdeep about
Okay.
what they saw. I don't remember if they
Okay.
actually told you or if they said they didn't tell you or something.
Yeah, I just was like the discrimination fight. I don't know. I don't have a lot of like motivation for Katla other than she likes to fight people that piss her off. So, what did you say, Amanda? I'm sorry.
I was just saying I don't know that I remember
Okay.
how much we told.
Then it's not.
Because I know,
worth-
like,
yeah.
in coming here, the main thing that I said was that I needed to see the solicitor guy. So
Khalas wanted to go to the merchant area and look for the parents of the boy to inform them of what had happened in Silverymoon. And that the boy needs somebody to watch over, so he's not alone.
true, there was also that.
Did you want
I don't know
to?
how to roleplay it without Khalas here to roleplay off of. But I like Braz and I could like follow her since it's the merchant area, so she'd be showing us where the shops were anyway. So that works for y'all.
Yeah. We could have some people go to the market to look for more items. Maybe you didn't get you thought of something you didn't think of it while you were in Silverymoon. But Delta can go to the accountant that you hired and gather some funds. If you want, we could roleplay that, or I could just let you know of some of the statistics that came out of that.
You can just say.
Okay. So real quick, Delta, you head to the wealthy part of town where all the estates are, and various fancy shops and whatnot, and you find the place of the accountant. I tried remembering and looking up what the name was, but I couldn't quite find it in time. But it was a female troll who worked it out with you, and she has announced that you gain a small amount in the 3 months that you've been gone already. She hands Delta 25 platinum to that is what you got for the inn that you created, and the expenses of your estate as well have been subtracted from it already.
Sweet.
And then if you had any other amount of money you wanted to gather while you were there.
How many of us are there now?
There are 6 level 10 adventurers plus Lena, who is your sidekick.
Right. Oh, how much did the things I wanted to buy cost? Where is that at? Maybe like a little bit more. Like another 10.
10 platinum?
Yeah.
So in your bank, you had 2.5 million gold at the moment. So you got 25 platinum from her, and then you want to take out an additional 10 from that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the 25 that she gave me was like gains, right?
Yeah, it was a profit from the regular inn that you had opened up, you had bought and opened up, and then minus the expenses of the estate and of the shelter inn that you had opened so that people from other towns who had needed a place to stay could stay. So while you are working that out, the rest of you head over to the marketplace. Very similar to Silverymoon, there are several dozens of different kinds of merchants here from all over, selling from basic needs goods, very like veggies and meats and salts, spices, cheeses and whatnot, all the way up to exotic goods like furs from mountainous regions or vegetation from dangerous forests or the Underdark. All kinds of various vendors here. While you're looking for the parents, is there anything that kind of catches the eye of the three individuals? Tremen, Brasz, and Katla? Okay, well, I'll have three of you roll perception.
Selena, did you want something specific from the marketplace? You're the one that wanted to go shopping.
Not specific, since I already did shopping.
Okay.
It seemed like an interesting place to go.
Okay. Sorry. I just
Sorry,
wanted to
somebody,
make sure.
a couple people just came back into the house.
Sorry,
What am I
sorry,
rolling?
it was-
You can roll
Confused.
perception or investigation.
Jesus Christ. I have like proficiency in perception, and that's still a 9. That sucks.
I can't see if I rolled a 19 or a 9.
9.
2 9s.
Okay. Sweet.
That is for Khalas. So Khalas, the other party members are just kind of in awe of the spectacle of the hustle and bustle of this major area. And Khalas is determined to find the parents, the people who make those little precious moments. And you do happen to find a little stall. It's not super big. It's probably about 10 feet wide. It's got two people behind the counter. One person is handling the goods in the back. And the other person is shouting to try and get people's attention to buy the wares. But it doesn't seem like this is too popular. I mean, they're figurines. It's not like something that people might need, like equipment or food or anything. But they are attempting to sell. And Khalas will go up and talk to them. This is difficult without Khalas here.
Was kind of the main leader when we got into town, huh?
Yeah. The people who know
Can
this.
I interject for a second?
What's up?
So the solicitor's name is Zalbore, Zalbore. Also, we introduced them to Gwen, so I'm fairly, like, based on my notes, I'm pretty sure she was just gonna stay at the house. So she's just still at the house.
Zalbore?
Gwen.
Gwyn?
Zalbore is the solicitor.
Right.
Because my notes say, like, introduce Gwen to the solicitor because she's gonna be the one that's there. Anyway.
But Gwyn went with you to the High Forest.
Not according to my notes.
Okay. Well, she traveled. That's why we stopped playing for that time, because she was busy and we had a long break.
I don't think so. She was taking a shorter break. That's why, like, that she never came back from. I don't remember why we stopped, though. Let me see if my other notes say anything.
We can get back to that in a second. So Khalas walks up to them and asks, "Are you the Arasumes, the ones of Silverymoon? We're looking for Adva and Erva. They are parents of someone we know." And they respond, "Oh, yes, we're the Arasumes. Are you interested in small children figurines? We've been working on them for quite some time." And she says, "Oh, maybe later, but we have some news from Silverymoon. Imril is not doing well at the moment. He's in a bit of a struggle, and he would like if you could make it back to Silverymoon so that he'd have someone to talk to, someone to take care of him." Well, he has someone to take care of him. We assigned his godfather to watch over him while we're out of town. We're trying to make money, yeah. Oh, yes, I know, but something's happened to the godfather. He's not doing so well, and if you could, it'd be good if you could make your way back to Silverymoon. Alright. Well, we didn't make a whole lot of money yet. But if it's an emergency, we can make it. Thank you. What is your name? Khalas Nahar. If there's anything we can do to help, be best to look after Ilmra as quickly as you could. And I don't want to speak for the party, but is there something you'd like to do to help this family? You do not have to.
Tremen asks to buy a figurine.
Yeah, that'd be great. Which would you like? And there's an assortment of, like, elven children playing in various ways, like, playing catch, playing with some fish in a river, one of them is hiding under a rock while the other one looks for it. Or is there a one you would like to suggest to buy?
That one. I want the hide and seek one.
Wonderful. That is 10 silver.
Okay. And turns and looks to Amanda. What's your character's name again?
Delta.
Yeah. And pulls out some coins from the robbed purse and asks if that's the right amount. It is distinctly very much not. Okay, I'm just going to assume you help him figure out 10 silver. Gives it.
Is there at least 10 silver there?
Yeah, it's probably like 6 gold.
I'll just be like, yeah, that looks like plenty.
Okay, I hand it to him.
Brass will want to buy the one with the fish. With the kids with the fish.
Yeah, that is very gracious of you. And the woman up front will take the 2 that you suggested and pass it back to her partner behind her, who will very joyfully smile and bow slightly before taking the figurines and start packaging them up so they are not in a situation that might break them. Is anything else? This is very generous of you. All right. Well, we'll start packing. We can probably get done by the end of the day, but it's a bit dangerous to leave the city. We might have to wait until tomorrow. It's gonna take us a while to get to Silverymoon again.
I will offer for them to come back through the portal with us, and I can pay for them. How much was it again?
It was 1 platinum each.
Okay. I will offer for them to come back through the portal with us. And also, before we go, I will take them and introduce them to the solicitor, and maybe the solicitor can help them in some way to get the what's his face.
To get what?
The Godfather.
To help the
Oh, okay. I'll have you Delta roll persuasion.
Okay. 1 second. Which tab is it? There we go. Persuasion. They're also little tiny words. Okay.
Okay. So Zelbore isn't too keen on helping small town merchants. She's more used to kind of bigger numbers. She deals with a lot of wealthier people. But since you are one of her clients and you have such a big investment in her business at the moment, she is willing to help out these two individuals. They exchange
I tell her
deets.
that I will cover whatever like costs.
Okay, cool. All right, so the crafters will start packing up their post, and if you're gonna head back the same day, you can take them with you. But that is a couple of tasks down. If there's anything else you'd like to do.
How much time do we have in the day?
You have most of a day. It's probably early afternoon at this point.
Okay.
Can I? Nope, I'll let you.
Nope, you go ahead.
Nope, you first it. You seem to have an idea. Go for it.
I was just going to suggest looking for a library or a place that sells books, but on woodworking.
Okay.
Cute.
There is a magic library that is in the magic quarter of Waterdeep. That is where the portal you arrived at is located. There is also kind of a general library that you could go and see if you could peruse the books.
Okay, well, depending on what Katla wants to do, then I'll decide which one I'd go to, because I don't know if verse is time intensive.
I'm just wondering if maybe there's like, if the bounty on our heads is like posted somewhere and we could like see what they're actually telling us. Because I'm pretty sure, and like see if it's like at all of these locations or if it's just a select few that have access to that bounty right now. Just trying to get a pulse on how dangerous everything is.
All right. If you want to have the party help, or if it's just the two of you, depends on who roll perception or investigation. So if you're gonna tell the party about what you plan on doing, everyone can roll. But if you're just gonna keep it to yourselves, just the two of you will roll.
I don't want them to distrust us even more, so I feel like counterintuitively, I probably would just kind of be like trying to subtly keep an eye out type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll perception myself. Hey, that's a better roll. Okay.
So while you're wandering around town, and you go through the market, you go through the wealthy district, you go through the magic district, you spot various message boards or quest boards or announcement areas, and throughout this whole thing you don't seem to find any kind of bounty on yourselves. There are several bounties for various other people, but it doesn't seem like that reach has gotten this far out.
Good to know. Thank you.
Hi, you can probably actually hear me now.
Hey.
Yeah.
I've been talking like almost
Hey.
the entire time. I was like, man, people really are not listening
People are
to
just
me.
ignoring me.
I had driver issues, so I restarted my computer, but I forgot that every once in a while, the program I use to like make my mic louder occasionally just resets.
So,
Anyway,
welcome.
what I was going to say is when she was talking about finding out information about their warrant, essentially, that's what I was going to talk to the captain of the guard about at some point.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, before you get started on anything else, what is the animal that represents Guryev?
Probably a bearded vulture. Which is like-
Google that.
What?
So BRB while we all do some Googling.
It's it's the one I was talking about the last time. It primarily eats bone and prefers bone. It's just mainly also solitary creatures. So,
That's a cool looking bird.
Wait, can you repeat what it was called?
a bearded
Bearded.
vulture.
Oh, those things are cool.
That's the one
I
that
have it on my wall.
Selena would be the one to know.
Right?
I love my bone crushing birds.
Oh wait, are these the ones that like decorate themselves in blood, basically?
Yeah.
they swallow bones whole, right?
Yeah. They pretty much only live.
They
off
don't
of
really
bone.
decorate themselves in blood, they just kind of use it to keep pests away from their face.
Metal
I
as
don't
fuck.
understand the difference between that and
Yeah, but
decorating.
if given a choice, they will prefer eating bone over flesh.
Okay. So it's about or actually you said library, right? But you didn't decide on which one.
Yeah. Library or bookstore.
He then he listed 2 libraries.
Yeah. I guess we could go to the closer one first so that it's like over with or something. Get myself a library card. She doesn't steal from libraries.
Did you want to get proficiency in woodworkers tools? Is that the end result?
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones that I don't have proficiency in because I have jewelers and smith tools. Well, actually, I have 4. I have thieves, tinkers, smiths, and jewelers.
Yeah, so you can probably purchase if you don't want to, if you're taking the book out of the town, the city.
Yeah.
If so yeah, you go find a bookshop and there's like woodworkers toolkits for dummies kind of thing where it helps people learn how to perfect their craft, and purchasing these things like an entire the ability to be better at some of these things are kind of expensive. There are some, like, learning a trade doesn't happen overnight. So if you want to be able to take this book and a small kit to help you get your proficiency in it, you can spend 50 gold on it.
Let me see how much I have left. If the sheet will cooperate with me. Oh yeah, I have enough left. So yeah, I'll spend 50 gold to get some beginner's tools and a book, and I'll just put them in my my bag.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
He wants to play too.
I am all the way across the house, by the way. He's in the dining room and I'm in the kitchen.
Okay, yeah.
Do you have the
So-
kid with you too? Sorry.
No.
I can message her my question. It's good.
I Alex, question.
Answer.
My character, Guryev, has been reading language books on Goblin and Orc. I don't remember how long ago it was started. I don't have any notes on my character sheet. I was just wondering, with someone in the party who speaks Goblin, would that like make it go a little faster, or would it still be the 250 days?
It 250 days. You're like a lot of the way there. It would probably go faster at this point. I'm pretty sure it's been 3 months, but you haven't been working on it all the entire time, so we can say it's like 60 days off. And if if Brasz is willing to help you, you can have the time. But you'll have to nice ask.
Nice.
Sorry, I worked this morning.
Hey,
I'm
Brasz,
tired.
nice ask.
Sorry, I was trying to situate the baby when you said that. You're gonna ask Brasz to teach you Goblin?
Yeah, to help me learn.
I think she'd be alright with that. She'd probably pick on you a lot about how you're pronouncing things, but she'd probably be fine with that.
Yeah, so like another 3 months with Braz's help. Once summer arrives, then you could probably be proficient in Goblin.
Just
I had to double check my languages because even though I am a goblin, I didn't know if I actually spoke it because of how she was raised.
just
Well,
to
I
clarify,
don't want you hoovering things.
you said 60.
Sit you back in
You
the
said
chair.
60 days. Is that like 60 days for Goblin and 3 months for Orc, or?
Oh, were you learning both simultaneously?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I was starting with Goblin.
60 days for Goblin. But it'll only take you another 3 months to finish learning it, instead of another like 200 days.
Oh, so I have logged 260 days.
No,
Or,
you've
sorry,
logged
I've logged
60
60?
days. Yeah.
I see. Okay. All right. I got you. I'm there. Yeah, because it's been like a certain amount of time.
I don't remember if it was in Baldur's Gate or if it was in Waterdeep that you started learning, but those events were close enough together that we'll just say it's about the same time. You have your woodworker's kit that you will slowly learn how to deal with. Is there anything else you'd like to do this afternoon before sunset when Zoda is off work?
I don't think so. I think that's all I had planned. She's just probably gonna stick with Katla and whatever she's doing.
Catelyn would like to find a nice, quiet, or people-watching corner and pull out her little embroidery set. She's just gonna fidget for a bit. Content to just sit there and watch.
Katla would like to get into a fight where she wins money.
I mean, that's what she'd actually like to do, but there's not really a lot of time before sunset.
One of the tourist things to do in Waterdeep is visit the various large statues around. You can see one in this picture that has the cat head over it. But there are like a dozen or so of these massive statues that are stationed around the city. They're available for entering and like looking around, like seeing the city from the visor or something. But yeah, if you wanted to do that to people watch or do touristy things. Other than that, we can fast forward. Does anyone remember what the tavern that Zoda was going to meet you at was called?
I think everybody was brainstorming ideas for the tavern. Unless this was something that was decided beforehand.
The brainstorm was for what you would call your inns. The fancy inn that you invested into and the shelter inn that is a...
I think I remember it was
place.
called something like Super Basic.
The Super Basic Inn. All right.
What? Sure.
There you go.
That sounds like an amazing place to sleep at.
Honestly, it sounds like it would be clean, and that's all you can ask for sometimes.
You're not going to do a whole lot of sleeping at the Super Basic.
Oh, God.
And that's because the beds aren't very comfortable.
Exactly.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, so the sun sets and the city quiets down just a bit, and sailors will close up their spots, and merchants will shut down their shops, and the guard will start to change shifts as there are less and less people in the streets. It's much quieter. People start navigating to various taverns and inns to drown their troubles away from the day. And you make your way to the Super Basic. This one is near the southern part of town where the ports are. The view has kind of had an inn with one of the guard posts down here. There was a whole lot of arresting and smuggling and trying to get Gwen out of certain spots as you were trying to figure out the kidnapping situation. But you're on better terms now, and you go to this inn. It's moderately busy. There aren't a whole lot of people. I mean, with a name like Super Basic, it's kind of a hole in the wall. And so, you wander in, and you find Captain Zoda is drinking alone at one of the tables. Very slowly, kind of sipping from his tankard. Has that 1,000-yard stare, just like processing his day. And he sees you walk in and raises his tankard and gestures for you. At least Guryev to sit. If you'd like to pull up some extra chairs to this table, you can. It has been some time since I've seen you, with your new friends. It is good to know that you are still making frenemies. Guryev, you said you wanted to meet me. What is the issue?
It is about our new friends. They seem to have gotten themselves into trouble, but don't quite know what they did.
Oh? Is this trouble I should not know about?
I think you probably know about it, considering the bounty is 100 platinum.
Bounty? I've not heard of a bounty that high.
I guess it
What-
must not have gotten very far.
I was going to ask what they did, but I don't think I want to know what that high.
Don't know what they did either. They seem that they don't know what they did either. It's very hard to.
Well, where is this bounty from? He will look at the three newcomers.
For the two of them, we were just in Waterdeep, right?
Silverymoon.
So we picked them up in Silverymoon. As to whereabouts in that area they got the bounty from, I don't know. We got jumped because of their bounty. Trying to find out more.
Well, did you ask the guard in Silverymoon?
No, I didn't. I figured with 100 platinum that it would be with the widespread, be able to find somebody who actually knew what was going on.
I would think it'd be
Seems like-
widespread.
For 100 platinum, you would think that this has to be someone important.
Yes.
I feel like
What
it'd be
did
kind of
you-
hard to do 100 platinum worth of a bounty and not actually know what the fuck it is.
Did you interrogate or find out this information from these hunters, these bounty hunters?
I don't think we did. We? I don't think we did. I think
I don't think we
They
did. I think they all passed
disappeared.
out. Yeah, they just disappeared.
yeah, they seem to have a we had to, disagreement on
muted.
whether or not
That's
they
why
should continue
this thing's
living.
working. Hold it, Taylor. I was muted. Sorry. I think Khalas took the bounty from like their pocket and held on to it. And then it said arson and strength. And that's all I have noted down.
Arson and what?
Grand
Arson
theft.
and larceny.
Arson.
Arson
like a-
larceny?
Sounds
larceny.
Sounds like a law firm. Arson and larceny.
Goals.
It's a insurance place.
They only work with defendants.
Well, if you didn't find it out from the hunters themselves, how do you know about this?
Because no, the hunter said it. The bounty does. Wait, hold on. Did the information about it? I'm confused.
Yeah, well, you were saying that you know about this bounty, and how much it is, and what it's on, but he's asking how you got the information if you didn't get it from the hunters.
But we did. They told us, and then we took the flyer. Or was?
Are you gonna show him the flyer?
Oh, yeah. I guess we would trust them. So, very well look at Khalas. He still has the bounty flyer.
He takes it and he looks at it. Sent to the keep. That is quite far. That reach would not have gotten here. How recent is this? It looks worn and old.
Look over at the partners in crime.
Well, let's be honest, I don't have all my memories at the moment. From what I recall, it has been a while since we've even been in Zental Keep, so not quite sure if it was in existence prior to our departure, or if it's been released since.
When was the last time you were in Zental Keep?
Maggie is really bad at numbers and does not know years. So,
Me too, actually.
so give me a moment. Let me see if I can find notes.
How many years does it take to get from level 10 to 20?
Yeah.
Because that's approximately right.
It depends on how active you are. Did you go straight from Zental Keep to Silverymoon?
So, we got ran out of Zental Keep, and then we woke up in another town. And then as we made our way back towards Zental Keep, we remembered getting run out of Zental Keep, and then we went to Silverymoon. Does that make sense? Because I can phrase that differently.
Well, you can say the wipe prevents you from remembering how long it's been.
Okay.
Because you don't remember when it was you were last there.
Cool. That. Well, I did say that I don't really have all my memories at the moment. So I'll just phrase that again.
So in your own words, how would you explain this to the captain?
Well, you see, my friend and I, we left Zental Keep quite rapidly at the time of our departure, and with our memories being what they are, same way that I believe our friends' memories are, our new friends here have, their memories are a little spotty as well. I can't quite tell you how long that's been, but we did just recently recall it, so it can't have been all that long ago. But by no means all that recently.
Yes, the purge is an excuse that a lot of criminals use for not remembering the crimes that they do. So he rolls up the the bounty, the poster again, and hands it back to whomever handed it to him. And he says, I did not see this, and I did not see or speak to you, so what is it you need from me? I have not seen this. This is quite far for Zental Keep. Do you want me to look out for something?
No, I don't think that you need to do it outside of the law. Did hear what you know? If you know anything about it.
Well, if you found it in Silverymoon, I suggest you speak to the captain of the guard there. They are they would know more about it if their city is having to deal with this bounty. It's obviously closer than here, so that is my suggestion. If you want me to keep an eye out and have anything that I find on the lay low, that would probably be possible.
It would be nice if you could let us know if anyone comes asking about this.
Yes, do you still have the sending stone I gave you?
Yes, we.
Great. Well, we can keep in touch that way.
Okay. I mean, we are already here. There's no point in leaving yet. Still want to enjoy some drinks.
That is fair.
Anything else exciting happened while we were gone?
Well, it's been some time. We had someone stumble into town about a month after you got in, raving about some many-eyed beast that was troubling them, and said that some wanderers, some adventurers, helped him get to that spot. But I would think it's not you, because you seem to keep a low profile, yes?
I mean, I do. I can't speak for the majority of my companions. But that doesn't sound familiar to me.
Alright. But no, we've been doing our best to keep the refugees safe. It's been difficult with the sudden surge of people. Jobs are much harder to find now. Now that so many able-bodied people are here. A lot of strong individuals are able to help out with the guards post and whatnot. A little bit of crime rise since the refugees showed up. A lot of desperate people out there, but we're doing our best to counter it. Did you, whatever the name of the inns that you created, did you put your names on it? Either your individual names or the few? Like on a donation thing, or like some indication that you are running it?
Probably, I would imagine maybe the cheaper one. You know? Like, made in part by donations of the few. So like, I don't know about the other one.
Okay,
and I feel like it would be beneficial to have it on both of them, but I don't know.
we can decide later with Khalas's input and and then retcon it later.
I think we would make it known, like if we didn't have that said on like the more expensive inn, then I think that we would still make it known to, I guess, authorities that they're both. I mean, I guess they would know, through the business registry and our tax. Right, Brennan?
I mean, are you non-profit with reporting requirements?
Well, the shelter that you set up has been quite helpful, allowing those who cannot afford homes to have a place to stay. Of course, it filled up quickly. There's so many people, but every little bit counts. Getting the people off the streets and in a shelter is very helpful for reducing crime. I thank you for that.
The least we could.
Is there anything else anyone would like to ask? Not just Guryev, to the captain of the Waterdeep Guard. Okay. So if you'd like, you can have some food and booze with the captain. He'll probably just keep slowly drinking what he has, but you can obviously have something else.
I think she'd settle down for a meal and some booze and call it a night. There's nothing else to do for the day.
Did you have
I
a
was good
meeting?
ordering.
What are you
Would
ordering?
you ask?
You started talking before I did.
Go ahead.
No, you started talking before I did. Go for it.
Okay. So did you have a meeting place for the precious moments people? Because they were expecting to leave the day, if you were going to.
Probably outside of where the teleporter area is.
Okay. So if you want to have a drink, it's about 3 silver per. If you want to eat, it's like 9 silver. But you can do all that, eat, drink, be merry, and then head off back to the portal where you can zoom back to Silverymoon with the crafters, the Erasumes. Okay, so you head in there. You meet up with the two. They have a cart with them that they are pushing themselves, and they seem very excited to be using this mode of transportation. You enter the mage quarter and head back to where you had first teleported, and They are pretty enamored by all the fancy magical stuff. They're commoners, so they don't have that kind of knowledge or experience with magic as much as you do. You head in, and there are much fewer guards that are guarding the portal, the teleportation circle. But there's still a few scattered around. You see that, like the Silverymoon, somebody has inscribed some runes on the ground, possibly to have a little bit of added protection, since there are so few guards here now. And you pay 5 platinum, because you're getting 6 platinum, because you got Lena, Tremen, Katla, and Brasz, plus the 2 merchants. So you pay 6 platinum for their transportation. And you are quickly whisked away to Silverymoon.
We are mighty grateful for your facilitation of us coming along with y'all. Brasz and I would never have been able to pick such a lovely form of transportation.
Yeah, this thing's so cool. So we just have to get another genie's lamp in order to be able to take this for free?
Silence.
Yeah, okay.
So we saw that family we bought the figurines from again.
Yeah, they're with you now.
Okay.
We took them back to
With-
Silverymoon.
Yeah. With my message about tinkering, I meant to do that in the tavern. And I was just gonna kind of slip the figure back to them so they could probably sell it for a higher price.
Okay. For the higher price of 6 gold.
I don't know how much higher of a price a figure that makes sound sells for. It's just a little cooler.
Oh, what were you doing? I didn't see a message that you sent.
Oh,
She
sorry,
put
it
it
was
in
the
the
Discord.
voice chat rather than in the channel chat.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm trying to find it. There it is. Oh, that is long. I didn't realize it was that long.
That's what you said.
Okay, I see. All right. So you slip this figurine that makes noise into their bags.
Yeah, I slip it into their belongings.
I'll have you make a sleight of hand to try and avoid
Alright.
being seen.
Sleight of hand.
Okay, yeah. Even though it's kind of drawing attention to itself with the noises it's making, you do manage to stealthily slide it in there and allow it to be a surprise for when they open it. The sound of
Huzzah!
children laughing. It's coming from their bags. Not creepy at all.
No, not at all.
Perhaps
Definitely
this
not
isn't
haunted or
necessarily
cursed.
good.
I mean, she's
Correct.
trying to do a good thing, but she's very much a prankster, so.
Okay, so you make it back to Silverymoon, and is there something you would like to say to the Arasumes before they go to their home and find Ilmir?
Brasz will just kind of give them a wave, but won't say anything.
Okay, well, they will graciously thank you for everything you've done for them, and wish the best of luck to you as they head to their home to meet up with their son. You part ways. I'll take it if you're done with the evening, you head back to your inn, and then I'll have Katla and Brasz make perception rolls.
Right. Thank God. Okay.
That's real good.
I have fucking danger sense. So, like, if I am rolling low on perception, it just makes me sad.
I'm
Well-
guessing I rolled a 9.
That's if you sense danger.
Right.
So the two of you are continuing to look around for any signs of this bounty in Silverymoon. And even here, you don't see anything of that sort. It seems like the people who showed up to grab the bounty on you are very much from out of town. And this bounty, this poster that they grabbed and have been carrying is not from here. And in the time that you've spent here, you haven't seen anything up until this point of being searched for.
Okay. I'll update Brasz about it quietly. I don't necessarily want the rest of all of our new friends to know how freaked out we are by the bounty, so that's why I've not been
Sure.
as
Well,
forthcoming.
you can talk about this in your rooms. I think that the two, Brasz and Katla, are having their own room, sharing a room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you would be able to speak with it in private. And you get a full night's rest as another day happens. You have one more day before the council wanted to speak with you. So if there's anything else you'd like to do here, you can.
I think Brasz will just be reading her book until something happens.
Waiting for something to come to you.
Yeah, I mean, she's
That would be
got
Guryev.
free time now, and she's got a new book to learn at it, so...
Brasz is trying to read while Guryev is trying to learn Goblin from Brasz.
It's like, shut the fuck up, petting goblin.
They're having a study session.
Anyone else like to do anything, wander Silverymoon before you finish this next day?
I just had whatever I put in chat to buy. I'll have to find it so that I can update my money, because I had to go get money and I don't remember how much the stuff cost, but it was in the chat. It was like reagent stuff.
Did I already give you a number for that?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll give it to you later.
I'll let you know. Really, Taylor? Now?
What do you mean
Now
now?
you say this.
What does that mean?
What?
I don't understand.
We have already come back to Silverymoon.
Oh, it would just be like, that's fine.
Are you retconning this? What?
What happened?
I don't have that to give to you. Never mind.
So you posted 10 gold worth of charcoal, incense, and whatnot. A diamond worth at least 50, and then a pearl worth at least 100. You could just, that's 160. You don't need to, unless you wanted to haggle with that. It's 160 flat.
It's how many? Sorry.
160 gold.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay. So you spend the day studying, getting ready for whatever tomorrow the council will have for you. And you have another night at the inn, and it's sunset of this day. So again, you have a little bit of time, but it sounds like you just want to get going.
Can't really think of much that my character would want to do, so unless you want me to prank some guards people, but I don't think that'd be very smart.
I think Katla would physically lift you and just hold you off of the ground. She's a little high-strung right now. A little cautious. Hold you up by the scruff of your shirt.
Okay. So you use the day to pull pranks and prevent others from pulling pranks. So you, once the day is mostly finished, you head towards the mage quarter, the same area where you were able to take the portal, but you are now going to a different building. The Archons in Victorium. And the building glooms ahead with colors of black, white, and muted gold. It exudes a serious, drab tone in contrast to the bright and lightheartedness of the rest of the city. You see a few gracefully robed elves enter and exit the building in front of you, though none pay too much mind to your presence. You enter a grand hall to see a vaulted ceiling nearly 100 feet up. Inspiring illusions of battles, dances, romances, and triumphs fill the space above, noting a visual history of elven pasts. After a few steps inside, a verdant image of an elf appears in front of you. Welcome to Arkan's Invictorium, honored guests. My name is Ona. I will be your guide while you are exploring the sanctum. Your attendance with the Conclave will take place in 15 minutes. How may I assist you while you wait?
Sounds quite robotic to me.
It's a magic robot.
Is there anything you'd like to do before you got 15 minutes.
Brasz is just gonna look around to keep her eye out for anything, but that's about it. She's only here because those guys were invited.
Can you paste the name of the place somewhere so I spell it right? Thank you.
Alright, so Ona will patiently wait any requests that you have. If you have none, you are able to just wait it out and head up to the meeting.
Is this a place where there's like stuff to look at?
Yeah, it's kind of like a museum. For mages, wizards, sorcerers, warlocks, people of magic.
I would just walk around looking at things then while we're waiting.
Okay.
Do I need to pay?
Nope. It's a place where you can explore. Is there something you kind of want to look for?
No, I'm just looking around at the displays, I guess. I just, Delta's not necessarily one to sit still if there's something she can do.
Yeah, you can watch the illusions play out. The battles, the dances, romances, history through these images. Just displayed for those willing to absorb it. But 15 minutes pass, and Ona comes up to you and says, "The meeting is taking place soon. Please follow me." And she will begin to go up one of the very large spiral staircases that um, hug the sides of the main space. Passing several floors while you go up, and she leads you down a hall and shows you to one of the rooms. As she approaches it, the doors open on its own, and you enter a room that is much different than the rest of the sanctum. Please hold. There are vibrant colors that radiate from various candelabras floating below the ceiling. Hundreds of books lined shelves along the wall, and a large table made from the ancient stump of a tree sits in the center of the room. Parchment and tomes are strewn about the stump. You see 11 elves sit around the table, each wearing different clothing and each wearing clothing of a different elven culture. They notice your presence, though they continue talking amongst themselves regardless. Ona steps forward and announces, "Ladies and gentlemen of the Silverymoon Conclave, may I introduce Faerun's eminent wardens," and gestures at everyone. The chatter quiets, but does not halt completely, and the elf at the far end of the stump stands from his chair. This one. He says, "Thank you, Miss Shelf. You are relieved until requested once more." And she fades out of sight. And the standing elf continues. Several others of the circle here do not falter their quiet chatter. "Faerun's eminent wardens, we have heard of your travels and triumphs. The Silverymoon Enclave is honored to be amongst such heroes. We know you are busy in your work to retrieve the powerful artifacts that are scattered. We will keep this message as short as we can. We have very recently received word that 2 of the artifacts that have been destroyed 3 days prior were the Prism of the Chromatic Wild and the Unstoppable Force. It seems there are others, like yourselves, brave enough to scour Faerun in the hopes to restore the memories of our previous lives. The major cities will keep each party updated on those that have been found and those that are recently discovered, such as, in addition to the 2 other that continue to remain hidden, the Gauntlets of Brute Strength and the Immovable Object. Archaeomancers have revealed 5 additional items that must be searched for." He waves a hand, and an illusory map of Faerun appears in front of you. The locations of the major cities appear as golden lights, though Silverymoon shines the brightest. To the far south, in the jungles of Cholt, there is a deadly weapon called the Scythe of Undeath that was once used by the incarnation of death itself. A mad cult keeps it for themselves. And a black light pierces through the map, indicating the general location. High atop the cloud peaks in the region of resides a solitary monk who is said to possess the Windseeker's staff of Thunder Fury. This person is said to be as elusive as the wind, and the staff itself greatly enhances the one who wields it. A white light appears in that location. In the Sea of Moonshay, there is a pouch that is said to be infinitely endless in its carrying capacity. It is held in the Iron Keep on Oman Island. Reports in that area have said they have always feel like somebody's watching them. And a blue light shines. To the far east, the city of Beldubaris keeps an item in its treasury called the Helm of Focused Fire. This armor is said to bring out the fiend in yourself. The king of Beldubaris is not one to share his conquest with others. A red light burns into the map. This task may require eloquence. As additional help, this conclave is deeming you diplomats of Silverymoon. We hope to have Beldubaris join our search for these artifacts and obtain a union with the rest of the major cities. We'll create a new location for a teleportation circle. Present the card Jeffets gave you. They will show you respect. Finally, there is Baldur's Gate. We are quite aware of what happened in Baldur's Gate, but we must keep this information hidden from the public. News spread about our magic being faulty. There could be an uprising even we could not contain. That said, we have reports of the 5th artifact hidden in the Flaming Fist's armory of Baldur's Gate. This might have been what those demons were searching for. The armor of Dragon's Force. We understand if you are not comfortable returning to that smoldering ruin. It seems like there are others out there able to retrieve it. This is all the new information we have. As further gratitude, Ona will present you a parting gift. Thank you for your time and attendance. The elf bows and returns to a seat. Those who sat in silence look to you as if you have any other questions or comments. Anything to ask? Anything to say?
I've always wondered how they know, like, items are.
The Archaeomancers.
Nothing on my end.
What is the title of that guy again?
They didn't give a title.
Oh. Okie doke. Well. Guess I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask, but Do you have anything that might aid us in our adventure to seek out and destroy these artifacts we have been doing?
As you leave, Ona will present an item to you.
Okay. I do, I'm trying to remember. These are just... This is like the Council of Wizards? I don't remember. What is the... Who are these people?
This is the Silverymoon Conclave, the High Wizards of the city.
Let's see. Okay. Would I... I guess they would. I don't know. It's not worth a try. Yeah, it's worth a shot. But I will. I appreciate your graciousness. I do have one request. I know it might be a great one, but you might just be the people to ask for this. We have recently come across some new friends. I'll gesture to the three. Seems that two of our new companions, who we have taken under our tutelage, will be joining us on our adventure, seeing their lives on this harrowing trek. I look at them and just kind of wink. They seem to have found themselves in a bit of trouble in their past lives, say. Apparently have a bounty on their head, but have no recollection of what exactly they did to deserve it. Wondering if you had any way of finding out and resolving this issue, or know who we need to talk to. I have not yet reached out to the captain of the guard of the city, but it's quite a hefty bounty, and I'm not sure where to go to resolve this matter.
Are you saying these individuals are not trusting to be possessing very powerful artifacts with such
If
a
you
high
trust
bounty?
us, you have trust us, then you will trust that we have our good judgment, and we've taken them into our league.
If you are powerful, then this bounty would not be any kind of a threat to you.
No. So far proven not.
What help do you require of this?
For someone to place such a large bounty, they must be a person of power. But I cannot find any information far about them. I'm not sure if they are an elusive person or of such great importance that they can remain hidden.
You need security, I recommend you go to the guard. We are more of a knowledge base. If you need magic to be performed, we are capable of that, but I don't think we could do anything about laws in Silverymoon at the moment. This bounty resides in the city?
As far as I know, it has reached the city. I don't know if it originated here.
Yes, I suggest you speak to the captain of the guard here. Galera will figure things out if there is something to deal with your friends. We personally do not deal with those matters here.
I thank you for your time. Does anyone else have anything to add?
Nope.
Okay. With the lack of interesting commentary, the people around the stump will start talking amongst themselves once more. The head will watch you patiently as if you need some more assistance, but will wait till you exit to go back to whatever he was doing. Okay, well, you will exit the room, and once you leave, Ona will appear once more in a flash of green, and her hands are clasped around a spherical object. It is golden with blue runes. She extends her arms to give it to the closest person she sees and says, "Thank you for your time. We hope ours is of equal value." And she holds out this item for whomever would like to take it.
My phone doesn't really want to load it, so I'm gonna say it's somebody else, because I don't know what it is.
Trying
Katla
to just
doesn't
to
know
rub
anything
it.
about a lot of magics, so she's
It would be Delta.
okay.
So it's a sphere, a golden sphere with blue runes. It's roughly fist-sized and weighs 1 pound. It vibrates gently while you hold it, as tiny mechanisms were inside. While holding the sphere, you can use a bonus action to speak its command word, causing the spectral clock to appear on its curved surface and indicate the current time. The hands remain on the surface of the sphere until you speak the command word again. This property only functions on the material plane. While holding the sphere, you can use an action to cast either haste or slow, DC 18 from it. Well, once the sphere has been used to cast a spell in this way, it can't be used to cast that spell again. When the sphere has been used to cast both of these spells, it charges after 1d6 days.
Have we tried using it underwater?
It doesn't scream or anything like that, so you wouldn't be able to. If that's the reference you were
Dang it.
making.
Yes. Fancy.
Yeah, so it doesn't require attunement. It doesn't require concentration. You can cast both those spells, and
So you're
displays the
saying we're
current time.
dabbling in drugs now? We have a
Yeah.
speedball.
Yeah.
This is
You have a
Judge Dredd.
Speedball.
Yeah. It's a strong combination of uppers and downers. Haste and slow.
Okay. Ona will lead you out of the Invictorium and be ready for whenever you would like to show up again. You are welcome here. You have that pass that Jeffitz gave you. Conclave, Silverymoon. This is a little card, like a business card of theirs that has their symbol on it. All right, so you have taken care of your business, your meetings, your emails, your commuting, all that fun stuff that has to deal with finances. If you'd like to go on with your adventure, you can. If there's anything else you'd like to do in Silverymoon before you leave, I'm sure Khalas will have something for us when she gets back. She'll probably listen to the session and have some questions or comments. But where would you like to go to next? This is an open world. You can go wherever you'd like. So... do you have a plan of where you'd like to search next? And if you need any kind of extra information on the items that were said, in the folder of artifacts lists everything that you need to know. Or not everything you need to know, but everything that has been told you already. So you got the Armor of Dragon's Force, the Gauntlets of Brute Strength, the Helm of Focused Fire, the Infinity Satchel, the Immovable Object, the Scythe of Undeath, and the Windseeker's Staff of Thunder Fury. Quite a list.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys... I don't know if you guys were just doing them one by one before, like you found one and then went and got it, or if you just did whatever was closest.
A little bit of both.
The only thing I know is we were going for the glove next.
Could go for the Scythe of Undeath. That may be interesting.
Deal with that mad cult down there.
Both parties fucking around in the jungle.
I do think we need some help in the other campaign, so
Get 12 PCs down there. Jeez, that would a nightmare.
I guess
Also, you have some fast travel locations if you want to use the teleporter. Until you get some VIP badges for the other members of your party, you're going to have to pay a platinum for them to travel around. But you got Silverymoon, where you're at now. Waterdeep, where you just were. Katla. Way down here is Kalimport. And then the last spot is your Skuld. So you have a lot of western coastal cities that you can teleport to. And then Skuld is the easternmost spot that you can go to. Fast travel, so you don't have to like walk everywhere.
So, the gauntlet or
And since it would cost so much for us to fast travel, I feel like it would make sense for us to go for something close first, and then go back. And then you guys were already prepping to go into the desert anyway, so it makes sense for us to just tag along, kind of test us
Yeah.
as companions for you. In character anyway.
Okay, so if you want, you could take that northeastern road towards the desert. You can also just cut across a little bit of the high forest and the mountains if you want to stay off the path. Right now, there isn't a fast travel to the northeastern part over here. So you'd either have to cut across the northern area or go to Skuld and head north to go to Bildubaris.
5 teleports, right? 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Okay.
And they said that if you go to Bildubaris and try to reason with the king as diplomats, it's possible that you will open up another teleportation point there to keep zooming around easier.
Okay. Yeah, so then I think we get the glove and then we go to Skuld and go north. I get those two. That's my vote.
I like that plan.
Any other comments?
No.
Seems reasonable.
Okay. So would you like to speak to Captain Gilira about the issues with the bounty?
Katla has a don't talk to cops mentality, so Guryev wants to. I don't think Katla will come with you.
Captain or a captain?
Katla.
Catalan.
Katla don't talk to cops.
You did talk to Captain Zoda at the bar.
Not willingly.
You don't ha- like,
Along for the ride
that
there.
was, to be fair, like that was originally I went up to him and I said I would like to talk to you privately.
Oh.
And we just kind of brought the party. It's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't know if we were all in the same room with him or not, so I just didn't say anything.
Nobody
You can
mentioned
just
that they
retcon
were
that my
going
hand was
alone.
over your mouth.
That's fine. But for this one though, I guess Guryev and whoever from the original party wants to come with can go, but I'm not have the new people come along. Unless
I mean, in Treven's defense, he's just been stalking us. He's not on that bounty.
Yeah, he's safe,
As far as you know.
as far as we know.
I am Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Okay. So after the council meeting, those who want to can go talk to the captain. What would everyone else like to do? Just head back to your rooms, get some food.
Probably
Yeah, that sounds
food.
good.
Start packing.
Why are we talking to the captain again?
About
Say
the
you don't
bounty.
trust us.
That's right.
Ask him on the date.
Okay. So Guryev, it sounds like you are heading there by yourself while everyone else goes gets food and drink.
Fine.
Yeah. So you find your way to the guards post, the main center where Gaelier is probably working at this point. It's nightfall at this point since the council meeting was at sunset, and you make your way in. It's pretty easy to walk in the guard post. When you get in, there's it's pretty quiet at this point. Not a lot of people, and you see a desk of someone working behind, just like kind of working on some papers. Sort of someone to direct you where you want to go. They notice you walk in and say, better be fast. We have some closing up to do before we get to go home. What is it can I help you with?
I just came to inquire about the 100 platinum bounty.
The what now?
I came to inquire about the 100 platinum bounty.
Is this on your head, or are you putting this on someone?
I am looking for information about one that already exists.
Kind
I'll
of
pull
looks
out the flyer
around.
and hand it to him.
Yeah, takes it from you. One moment. He gets up and heads down the hall behind him. You hear a sound of door opening and shutting, and some talking coming from down the hall. There are a couple other guardsmen wandering around here, kind of coming in to either change shifts or go home or whatnot. And you look around. What are you looking for with that insight?
Just like his reaction, like if it's something that he was just like, oh shit, or if it's something that he's seen before.
You can't tell.
Okay.
You would see, like, this kind of reaction seems like a surprised reaction. So you don't know whether it's because something has been found out or if this is new information.
Okay.
So you wait until the person comes back?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Wait.
It takes no longer than a minute before the person returns and says, where did you find this?
Just on the dead body of bounty hunter.
Were you the one that killed him?
Would it matter if I was the one that killed him?
Yes. I would appreciate it if you did not do that. Was that in the city or in Zeltil Keep?
That was here. He was in an alleyway dead, along with several of his compatriots. I figured whoever he was going after killed him, and I would like to know more about the bounty he was apparently trying to cash in on.
Roll deception.
This is not going to be good. Never mind.
Oh, dang. Wow.
You were lying about how well it was going to go, obviously.
I'm just picturing you making the bounty higher by accident, and I'm horrified.
I mean, yeah, the person who the bounty hunters who were looking for the bounty were killed. So, you just found this poster on the person. You didn't. You came here immediately and reported it.
No. There's someone that we just met. We have come to trust. We were doing normal business, minding our own business, and were ambushed in the alley by 4 thugs.
He holds up a hand and then rushes to the desk and starts writing down the information you're given. Can you give us a location? We'll get some people out there right now.
I cannot remember exactly what alley it was, but it's by the market, I'm assuming. I'll give him as much as I can.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, the location you're giving him as much as you remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And he will write something down. Gesture for a couple of guards that seem to be just starting their shift over, and tell them to head to the location to look for what happened. We did see someone. We found some evidence of what you're describing as happened yesterday, but no, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. But if this is new, we will be right on it.
No,
we
that
are
is
unaware.
Probably the same. That's probably the same instance.
So this.
I met. Okay, listen. My name is Guryev the Cleric. I am part of the few. I'm not sure if you have heard of me or my comrades, but we have done many. I don't know if you want to call them great things, but I think they are quite impressive. We have destroyed several of the artifacts that you might have given your memories back. It is at our hands. I have, in my group, have met several people who we trust implicitly, and they do not have any idea why they have this bounty. It is causing me and my party grief, and I want to know information about it. 100 platinum is not something to scoff at. Obviously, it is someone of high importance, or just a lot of money hiding in the shadows. Either way, it would be nice to know who is trying to kill people that are doing good with me. If you need to talk to somebody, you can send a message to Captain Zora in... What is that? We were in Waterdeep?
Yeah.
In Waterdeep. He's the captain of the guard there. If you want, I can actually give you my sending stone and you can talk to him yourself right now.
Judging these circumstances, your good deeds do not outweigh the fact that someone has committed crimes. That is not something we would allow. Even if these people are doing great deeds, they cannot be allowed to continue said crimes. If you are traveling with these people, I will not be able to let you leave Silverymoon. If this crime is true, we need to investigate and interrogate said criminals. We need to get word out to Zentil Keep and see what this is all about. Captain Zoda in Waterdeep, it doesn't seem like that'd be relevant information, but if you have anything of importance, we will take that sending stone and speak with him. And he'll take out something from the desk and toss it to you. Do you catch it?
We'll try.
It's like a
grenade.
it's like a tiny like metal rod, like 5 to 6 inches long. It's like a cylinder, and you can roll acrobatics to see if you catch it. So you kind of fumble with it a little bit, but do end up catching it. And when you do so, your gear, your armor, and stuff suddenly feel very heavy. And you feel as if you can't cast magic anymore. And he gets up, and in his hands are some iron manacles. And he'll say, please do not resist. We just need some information from you. But you'll come with me. I will let you have a safe space to wait for your friends to show up. How's that?
Guess that is fine.
Okay, and he goes over and clasps one of the manacles around your wrist and one around his own, and gestures for you to follow down a separate hallway to the left side.
It was worse than a grenade.
What'd you say?
I said it was worse than a grenade.
Yes.
Okay, so he'll take you down. This is a bit familiar to Guryev, as you were taken in Waterdeep to one of the cells there. And it's decent. I mean, it's the main post, so the drunk tank isn't like some rundown spot. But yeah, it'll take you to one of the cells, and lead you in the iron door and let you in. There's a fairly nice bed, a little bit overstuffed with stuffing, feathers and whatnot. There's a little spot where you can like sit and do any meditation you want, but he leads you in and unlocks his manacles around both of you and steps outside and shuts the door and locks it and says, we will speak to you more in the morning. We're on our way to that location to discover anything else about the criminals you have been traveling with. Please sit tight and wait until we come and get you.
I mean, you call them criminals, but they're criminals.
You what?
I said you call them criminals. That is yet to be determined.
Well, according to yourself, there is a bounty on these people, and anything.
There's a bounty for those.
If it's of the amount that you say and that is on here, it is pretty high criminal past, so we're gonna just go with that for now. I'm not sure why you decided to turn yourself in, but you saved us a lot of trouble.
I can't believe you just got yourself caught. What the fuck, dude?
I mean, I didn't get... We'll see.
You tried to get information on a crime and got yourself caught. That's amazing.
I expected you to like say that you didn't do it, and I was be like, "Oh yeah, 20 deception. Like you can pretty much say whatever you want."
Yeah, you
but...
passed your deception roll.
But
Yeah.
you said that you've been traveling with these people for a bit, so whatever you had said was believable. Okay, so the rest of the party, you have your food, your drink, and you wait a little bit for Guryev to come back. Nothing. You wait a bit longer. It's getting late, but you don't hear word from Guryev at all. And is there anything you'd like to do before you head to bed?
I feel like Khalas and I would be like, where the fuck is he? It shouldn't take this long.
I don't think Brass would notice because she doesn't know everybody too
We don't
well
know
yet.
you. It's fine.
Like, maybe he just disappears.
Maybe he's a night person.
I guess I would ask for my book if I could have my book.
Your book?
Might as well. Yeah, for learning Goblin.
Would you keep it in your bag of holding?
Yeah, that was in my bag of holding.
So you open your bag of holding and reach inside, and you find it's just a normal bag.
Oh, they didn't take anything from me. They just let me not use magic.
Yep.
Okay. Then Grave would just be posted up, just be chilling.
Yeah. So all of your magic items are just heavyweight at this point. The stuff that's in your bag of holding is stuck on that demi-plane until you get that item removed off of you.
Okay. It's like stuck to me, or
Yeah.
just on my person.
You caught it in your hand, and it doesn't seem to.
Oh, like it. I got
be removed. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to end it for now. It would be a interesting position to see what Khalas and Delta come up with. Khalas listening back to what happened. She sent me a message, and she says a Clydesdale would represent Khalas. Sturdy,
Yeah.
has a softness about her, and can also be strong. And she does her best to carry the team. That's what she said to me.